Pig bleeders, farmhands, labourers, masons, telegram boys, fish packers, salesmen, engineers, husbands, wives, maids, matriarchs, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, artisans, artists. Great-great-grandmother Matthias was a tall, imposing lady. Naturally respected, she ran a frugal, steadfast household. Every spring she would walk to Haverfordwest Market, purchase a piglet, and swaddle it up like a babe for the journey back to her woodland cottage. The following spring, brother Tommy, the local pig bleeder, would lash the youthful porker to a chair in the garden and cut its throat. Great-grandfather Jones of Portfield Gate kept the village post office. He married late, but soon enough waited his young bride with myriad offspring. In his long life, he traipsed the country lanes, delivering the post thousands of times over. Most impressively, perhaps, he survived a vicious cancer op in his mid-40s. He went on to double his years with less than half a stomach, whiskey and tobacco, his twin elixirs, to the end. Great-uncle Teddy was famed in equal measure for his graft and his wassailing. He worked like three men on the docks, on the sites, and on the roads. His labour was relentless and unstinting. Every 9th month of toil would bring a temporary cessation, when Uncle Teddy hung up his donkey jacket and retired to the pub. A dedicated termer, he would commit 3 months of each year to unmitigated inebriation and disarray. Great-Nan Nicholas was the parent my father wished he'd had. He would flee to her cottage as a child, often in need of sanctuary from his own warring home front. He would find her always at work, wringing out the laundry, rustling up a simple meal, or scrubbing down the front doorstep. "Ah, John," she would say, "my special young man," and she downed tools to pull out 2 chairs. The pantry was often bare, but she would use her last crust and knob of butter to make her young prince a special sugar sandwich. My grandfather Mason plucked his son out of school at 13 to labour in the stone yard. My father had other ideas and became a telegram boy at 15. At 16 he packed fish in the local docks. At 17 he signed up for the Air Force. A tumultuous few years overseas and a near fatal injury found him back in native Pembrokeshire. His reluctant return and recuperation was a reconnection to his roots. He grew back into the soil, hawked fish, sold cars, managed a store, drifted into civil engineering, but found his métier in art. It was the gift that granted him perspective and helped invest with colour the many anecdotes he shared about our past.